What is up, everyone? It's Tommy Wave here with another Hearthstone deck spotlight. Today we're going to be taking a look at a fantastic budget deck from the budget deck master, as it were, Jeleniowatyy, in here with a new Tempo Mage variant for Boomsday. Tempo Mage or Aggro Mage has been, it's back in POG form. We saw APX Void and a couple of other people experimenting with Aggro Mage. This is the list that we played a couple of days ago. That proved to be really strong. Like I said, Aggro Mage is back. Stargazer Luna is phenomenal, a fantastic card draw engine. Alaneth is still there. And you've got this new spell damage package of Cosmic Anomaly, Celestial Emissary, which goes fantastic with Shooting Star. Gives us a really big advantage in those minion-based matchups. And Jelenio has replicated that. We've still got those same interactions. However, we don't have those big card draw cards available to us. We don't have Alaneth, we don't have Luna. So what they've chosen to do is get some more card draw in here with some Loot Hoarders and an Acolyte of Pain, and also got the second Celestial Emissary in there, which is an interesting one. I think people have started to experiment with other options in this slot, just because the Celestial Emissary is not very proactive. And if we do miss our Arcanologist, we don't have a lot of proactive plays on turn 2. Though with the Loot Hoarders in here, that might actually bring a bit more balance to the deck. So I'm really excited to try this one out with those Loot Hoarders, see how they go. If you haven't seen kind of Tempo Mage, Aggro Mage before, what it does is focus on the core of Arcanologist. It's a very well statted minion, draws a secret from our deck. The secrets that we play are Counterspell and Explosive Runes, two of the most high impact cards, because they can trade 1-for-1, and particularly they may trade 1-for-1 if they trade 1-for-1 but you go up on mana. That's really good. If we play an Explosive Runes for 3, our opponent plays a 4-mana minion that dies. That's a very good tempo advantage from us. Gets even better when we can play those secrets for free with Curator Mage. So this is an excellent curve if we manage to go turn 1 Mana Worm, turn 2 Arcanologist, turn 3 Curator, play a free secret. If our opponent runs into that secret, big tempo advantage, which is great. That's kind of the whole idea of Tempo Mage. Mana Worm is a must-answer threat, and other than that, it's all pretty straightforward. We've got the Cinderstorms in here, which pair very well with the spell damage. Going to get a bit more damage to face as well. Fireballs as our main form of reach. But without that card draw that we mentioned before, I think that's the real question: is does this deck have the power, have the energy to deal 30 damage before our opponent manages to stabilize? So we'll be paying attention to these Loot Hoarders, this Acolyte of Pain, this second Celestial Emissary, seeing how those go, and also considering what kind of reach can we get in here? Do we want to play some Life Drinkers or things like that, or do we have enough? And the deck's perfect. We'll jump into some games and see how we go.
Versus Anduin.
Okay. Against Priest.
Bring victory.
You asked for it.
We are going first. So I like Sorcerer's Apprentice. The question is, do we send it back to try and hit a Mana Worm or an Arcanologist, which is arguably better 2-drop, or do we play it safe and just keep it? I think we'll just keep it. What makes the matchups bad? Any matchup where your opponent has a lot of minion interaction and tries to and can stabilize quite well. So the best example being like Druid. Druid has a lot of swipes and spellstones early on, and if they ever resolve a branching paths for 12 armor, you're in a situation. Bit of a sitch. It sucks to have drawn these Curators without any secrets, but that is part of the deck. And we are pretty happy to just play a Curator as a 4-3.
We have many secrets.
So, Quest Priest. Slow, is this a Duskbreaker? That'll be very sick. No! Shadow Madness! That's a strong Shadow Madness.
Science overwhelming.
Real strong Shadow Madness. And they've got another one in the deck too.
Big! Oh, a shadow. Mind if I roll?
Feeble mind.
Oh, let's see if they have the other Shadow Madness, because it's pretty good here too. This is a good example of you know, just what the difference between those big card draw things and Loot Hoarder and Acolyte of Pain. But you know, if we had an Alaneth in our hand that says Loot Hoarder, this game's completely different. Like, we're still really deep into it. Whereas without it, it's just kind of fine, I
Mind if I roll need?
guess. We won't extend these onto the board. This also makes our opponent's Spirit Lashes.
Feeble mind.
And we suspect, I mean, they still have a dragon in hand, so could be Primordial Drake, but could also be Duskbreaker, and they're trying to find another dragon for that.
Let me change your mind.
Ooh. Interesting they chose that instead of the anomaly.
An incredible discovery!
Incredible.
We have many secrets.
Feeble mind.
So we still have 2 Fireballs in our deck. Still have 2 Frostbolts as well, so a lot of reach. Ruby, you gotta head off. Good luck. No worries. Hopefully you have a fantastic day. Hopefully this week's gonna be fantastic for you as well. Got a good feeling about this week. Got a good feeling about it. That high energy. Counterspells. Okay there. I'm wondering if they were baiting that out. Strong counter. I guess it was okay. I guess we'd rather be hitting like psychic screams and stuff like that.
I found it first! Someday I'll be just like you!
I think once again we'll just hold on to this. I'm not super keen on, as we mentioned, like committing into, you know, these psychic screams and stuff like that. I just want to put everything back in our deck. Yeah, so strong draws, arcane intellect, obviously fireballs. Oh, we'll even get the spell damage fireball. That was good. I think this is kind of a pretty good matchup. Very dependent on them having Duskbreakers very early on, very timely Duskbreakers. But we got there, so that was a great example of how to tempo someone out. Nice.
Let the hunt begin.
You asked for it.
Oof. Does it get better? I think an Arcanologist might make this better. I think we got to keep this. I think it risks getting a lot worse. Snap it off. Yeah, Jimbo, I think you're right. That was really interesting because it felt like they made lots of relevant plays and didn't fall behind on tempo to me, and then they were dead. Yeah, I think it's all about that face damage. Like, you don't realize that, you know, how much, how relevant minion damage is. Charles back. Dad came down on short notice. What a pal. We coin him? Sure.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Job's done.
What a pal. How's the new meta feeling? New meta feels really interesting. There's a lot of really good strategies that are quite viable as well. I think the fact that Mechathune is a really big thing is unexpected, to say the least.
Me?
Nice. Very lucky.
I will hunt you
Very lucky.
down.
Our opponent knows it too.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. I saw a deck all about Mechathune. Yeah, there's a couple. The fact that there's multiple Mechathune varieties that are viable is just beyond me. Okay. Do we just 10 our opponent? Do we 10 them? Because it'll be 10, 13, 16, 17, 18. We gotta do it, right? We gotta do it.
What to do? What to do?
It's even closer because we can like attack and then like shooting star our own mana one.
Me?
Close. How about that Cinderstorm? Whoa. Yeah. But yeah, Mechathune has been legit. Mechathune Warlock, yeah, with the Blood Bloom Cataclysm. Oof. Our opponent was not having a fun time there. That Spider Bomb was quite lucky, but we played for that kind of variance. Would have been very different if it had killed the full health Mana Worm. I think it would have been interesting to see how that game plays out had they killed the Sorcerer's Apprentice as well.
Back. You asked for it.
Okay. Not this type of early game burn isn't super relevant against Druid. Archaeologist though is a sweet one. I think Archaeologist has got to be next to Mana Worm one of the best cards we can have in our opener. Definitely a much slower draw here. We are on the play though,
An incredible discovery.
which is good. Let's see if our opponent steps up the pace with a wild growth here, or if they've just got the hero power. Just the hero power. Oh, what a sweet
We
draw.
have many secrets.
I found it first.
Very good draw. Explosive Runes could be okay. I think our opponent's more likely to have an Oaken Summons on turn 4 than they are to have just the raw minion. But Explosive Runes does kill an entire... Oh, they got Swipe? How? Maybe they were trying to bait out Counterspell. That would make a lot of sense. But given that they don't have the coin anymore, they might not be able to stabilize with Spreading Plague. That extra armor is huge though. And as we mentioned in that introduction video, we don't have a lot of reach. Playing Hoarder in the list. Yeah, this is Jeleniowaty's list we're playing with. They replaced the expensive elements of the deck with... oh wow, that's awesome. They replaced the legendaries and epics with a bit of card draw, which is good.
Someday I'll be just like you.
So getting a counter spell up. We might have been a turn too early. Maybe we should have padded this out to try and definitely hit the spreading plague. Cinderstorm should be good. Double Emissary Cinderstorm with a counterspell still up for the Spreading Plague. Let's do it.
Starlight.
Starlight, Starfight. They pure power that turn and didn't attack. What were they playing around? Was there a minion up they could have attacked? I guess maybe if they didn't go for face, maybe they just thought it wasn't worth it. If we were on full health, maybe they're like, oh, it's heal mage. That kind of sucks. Nourish mana. Here. All right, well, this is our shot. What do we got? 2, 5, 7, 10. Is that lethal? So we've got 10 here, 13, 14, 15. We can put them on 1. Ugh.
What to do?
But I guess we'll do it. Whilst the Loot Hoarder does put an extra minion on board for them to Spreading Plague into, it also gives us an extra draw, which is pretty important because we might need to hit the Fireball or Frostbolt to win this one. No. Okay. It's pretty good if they have the armor as well. Yeah. You have to bash down this banana worm. Ooh. Very tasty. Yeah, we can go again. Okay. Is that lethal?
Hey, give me that!
Me?
Starlight.
I found it first.
We did it! We got there. Woo! Nice. Did take a bit of mapping and a bit of luck, but yeah, there you go, against Druid as well. With a pretty reasonable draw. Easy. GG's, yeah. Let's see those stay wavies in the chat. Whoa. Give me some of those. Alright, I'll take a look at this this deck again. Honestly, everything worked out perfectly. I think the extra draw really helped us out, really did help us find the burn, because we put ourselves in a lot of situations where we just needed to hit that reach to go over. So I don't know if that's necessarily a play thing or if that's just a deck thing, but something to keep in mind if you do want to craft this list, that you want to position yourself so you always have a chance to win, and that early minion damage is really important. Yeah, maybe I think we never saw the Acolyte of Pain, but I don't think there was a situation where the Acolyte would have really helped us. So I'd like to see maybe cut the Acolyte for a what's our good friend, our budget Leroy Jenkins friend, Reckless Rocketeer. Maybe something like that, like one little bit of extra, like big reach, big damage. So yeah, if you are watching this video on YouTube, all the links are down in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. You can go check that out. Leave a nice thoughtful comment. If you like the deck, give it a +1. Jeleniowatyy has a whole other assortment of budget decks for you as well. So if you're a bit of a budget aficionado, check out their channel. The link will also be down there in the description. If you've got a deck that you want me to check out, best place to do that is over on Twitter. Send the link through to me. Send me a deck code. I'll check it out next time. And until next time, I do hope you all stay wavy and have a good one. Bye.